So for me, the best thing about YouTube has been the people that I've met and the locations that I've seen. And that's what today's video is all about. So let's start with location. Today I am on the South Devon coast. I've travelled about 5.5 to 6 hours to get here, and I'm at a location called Daymark Tower. And you might have seen this in a previous video on YouTube, and that's going to bring me on to my second point. But I haven't come all this way just to shoot Daymark Tower. I've also come to hang out with one of my best YouTube mates.
Me.
How you doing, mate?
Hi mate, how's it going?
I'm very good, thanks.
Good to see you.
Yes, you well?
Yeah, I'm alright, yeah. It's been a long time since I saw you, isn't it?
Yeah, so it was November you were up in the lakes.
That's right, yeah, and the weather was terrible.
It was terrible, but it's a bit better today.
Yeah, it's a bit better today, and hopefully we're going to get... But this is only our second time meeting up to shoot, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Even though we've done our collaborations, 2 collaborations we've done now, haven't we?
We've done 2 other collaborations. Yeah. One of those was only a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, where we all used our mobile phones.
Yeah, that went well. Didn't go well for me. But hopefully we'll get some better, I'll get some better shots today.
There'll be no excuses today because you've got all your decent gear.
There'll be no excuse today.
Oh. And whose drone's that then?
Whose drone's that? I think that might be Gareth Danks' drone.
He's also here.
I'm not going to try anything too complicated today. I've set the camera up on this path that's leading up towards the tower as a bit of a lead-in line, and I'm just going to place the tower on the right-hand third, so it's nice and simple. When we all meet up like this, it can be a bit difficult for us to shoot video. All we want to do is chat and catch up, and it can be really distracting. And I think that's what's happened to Jules today. He's decided not to shoot a video of his own, and instead he's shooting a bit of B-roll for me using the drone. What a mate's for. I didn't like that first shot at all. The path was very dark, it was in deep shadow, and I don't think I was going to pick up any detail there at all. Also, because the sun was behind me, it was lighting up the whole of the tower, so it looked very flat. So what I've done is I've come, 100 yards to my right, and now I've got the light coming in from the side, and that's creating a much more sort of 3D effect with the shadow on the right and the highlight on the left. And I don't have the path at all, I'm just shooting across the wheat, and that's giving me a much simpler composition. The sun is now really low in the sky, and where I was before, the hedge behind me was casting a shadow on my foreground. And so what I've done is I've moved even further round, and I'm now set up with my camera at 70mm, the longest for that lens, and I'm focused in on the tower, and I'm shooting at f4, trying to blur out as much of this wheat in the foreground as I possibly can. It isn't over until it's over. I just packed up all my gear. I was just about to go and look for the guys, and then I look round and there's this beautiful soft light now on the tower and on the crops. So I've grabbed a quick shot. Let me know what you think of this. Good morning. It's now the following morning and we're at Start Point Lighthouse for sunrise, and I feel surprisingly chipper for a middle-aged man who slept in his car. We're all set up on this ridge that leads the eye towards the lighthouse, which is a lovely shot, but unfortunately we're all taking the same shot. The curse of the group landscape photography trip, I suppose. So what, Gareth has disappeared and he's gone off to try and find another composition, and I'm going to move down slightly and just try and change the composition just ever so slightly. Oh, hell. Now that I've moved down, and I've only moved, what, 10 feet, I've got a much different shot, and I'm making much more of this ridge, which is now being lit up by the rising sun. Unfortunately, by moving down, that's made the lighthouse become a lot less prominent in the frame. And as the lighthouse is the main subject and the main point for being here, I don't think that's a good thing. So I'm now going to go back up a bit higher and try and make the lighthouse a lot more prominent in the composition. So I'm now right on top of the edge, and I don't like this composition either. You can just see too much of the buildings at the foot of the lighthouse. So I'm going to move down a little bit further and take one last shot. I've come up onto the ridge now, and Jules has joined me. What do you think of it up here?
Windy and bright.
Windy and bright. It's not easy, is it?
It's not easy, no. It's been, despite this, it's been a really nice sunrise. But just because it looks beautiful doesn't always mean it's going to translate into a really nice picture.
Yeah, I agree.
So I don't know what's happened this morning. I'm not going to know whether I got a good picture until I go back and process them. I think it's kind of hard to tell. Not instantly you look in the back of the camera and you go, yes.
No,
I think it's going to be one of those mornings.
I think so.
Yeah, but looking out at sea, it just looks amazing. Sometimes you just have to sit down and just have a look at what's going on and just kind of forget the photography.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's forget about the photography.
Yeah, I think Gareth has promised me a coffee as well.
Let's go and have a coffee.
Yeah, let's have a coffee.
That's my final shot in the bag. I'm not sure of all those shots which one I like the most. The light is now pretty harsh, but let me know which one you think is the best compositionally. So that's just about it from us for today. Have you had a good day, Gareth?
Oh, it's been fantastic.
What do you think to this part of the world?
It's yeah, even on a blue sky, it's absolutely gorgeous.
It's beautiful around here, isn't it?
It is really nice.
Yeah, beautiful day. Anyway, all that's left to be said is thanks ever so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next week. So let's start with the location first. This is Daymark Tower, and I'm down on the South Devon coast, and it's beautifully clear, and I've started this sentence without knowing how it was going to end. So I haven't come all this way just to shoot the Daymark Tower. I have come all this way to hang out with one of my best YouTube mates, Gareth Danks.
See ya!
I'm now sat on top of the ridge, and I don't think I like this composition either.
Hello, mate.
Ah! What is this? Take 77? How many times have you said I'm on the top of the ridge?
About 77. Something like that. But some of them were your fault. Like that one, which was
You said it that many times,
perfect.
people have been starting to shout jump.
I might not show all of them.